When we were in opposition in 2003 in Kano, and NAC came to power, the same thing Kibaki's government did. They took over, especially all the MPs from Mount Kenya. Majority of them joined the KNU of Kibaki in NAC. But the few of us who remained, you remember, so we stuck to our roles and we held that government of NAC to account. You can. The few of the members of this opposition who are still out there in parliament, who have not been swallowed by Kenya Kwanza, they can carry out their mandate. The issue is what exactly he said. For example, if you have got an alternative, have you brought that alternative to the House? Have you debated that policy? If the inflation, or strategy or policy is wrong, bring it to the House and debate it. Kenyans will see it and they'll hear it. That's what we used to do. That's when we had the official opposition or the Shadow Finance Minister. We used to challenge everything that government did. We were holding them to account. We even had alternative budgets. I used to submit every year. But I think the institutions that remained, they are not active, and today they are properly financed. Your minority leader in both houses are very strong. They're well financed, well resourced. Budget office is a very independent institution. They're one of the economic budget, parliamentary budget office. Yes. Oh, it's very good and it's very independent, and they can give these guys a lot of backup. So it's just that they have opted for the streets. But inside the House, they have the opportunity to also hold the government really to account.
On 26th, I think this was yesterday, dollar market distortion eases after Ruto directive. As it eased, we've seen also wealthy Kenyans were stashing away a lot of these dollars in their dollar accounts as it is. What is the reality on the ground? Because sometimes what we read here on the dailies and what you experience when you come is diametrically different.
The one thing is true. The situation of dollar availability has eased after the government's directive on the interbank market, because the interbank market gives the banks opportunity to enhance their liquidity in the between themselves. So I think that interbank market should not have been shut down by Njoroge a couple of years ago. It should not have really, because it was helping the situation. So now it has eased. Availability is there, but it has not addressed the issue of the rate still. The demand is still high. Our exports are low. And so today, up to yesterday, we were still buying at 138 shillings from the banks. Big banks like Equity, still selling at 138. The lowest you got yesterday was 137.50. Number two, the issue of this money being stashed by the way the media keeps saying wealthy Kenyans. This is wrong headline. Really, it's misleading.
Is it wrong headline?
The money is not by wealthy Kenyans, but exporters. I mean, don't want to convert their money into shillings because of that spread still. Because when you are, the government has not yet addressed one thing, which is very important. Apart from the interbank, the other main issue is that the government has maintained a parallel exchange rate system, what they are calling the official CBK rate, which they want the banks to use when they're buying. A bank cannot buy at more than the 130, which the central bank has said today as the official rate. So the spread between 130 and 137 is what is making the exporters keep their money in their account. Because if you sell it to the bank at 130, tomorrow you need dollars, you'll be forced to buy at 137. So why should I sell my dollars? I keep it in dollar. This is the money that is in the dollar account. So and the government is doing this because of the public debt. We've explained this many times. Yet the public debt external 40 billion that they have to pay for every shilling value. It goes times 40 billion. So they don't want to let go of that. But unless they remove that control by central bank and remove that purported fixed rate that a bank can buy at, then we'll still have this spread between the buying rate and the selling rate, which will keep this money in the banks for a long time. And this is why you see that 1 trillion still lying. Nobody wants to sell its dollars. Why should I sell my dollars? Because if I'm buying it, I'll buy it at 10 shillings more. Yep.
Wow. So we're talking about, because I remember you talking about the dollar at 125. Was it 124 in December?
Yeah.
Now we are looking at 138, and it is still counting.
Oh yes, it had gone to 145. You remember?
145 at some point.
At some point
145.
it reached 145. A couple of months ago, then it came down.
It came down.
But even now, it doesn't look good, because when all this dollar, there are two stories in the media today. The Western overseas foreign traders pulling out from the bond market.
Yes,
from
yes,
the,
yes.
You know, because they have political instability,
30% plunge,
and of course the better performance on the US and other markets. That plus the fact that our euro bond and other dollar-denominated loans are falling due, and they have to be paid in dollars. That means the demand for dollar is going to be much higher than expected, and that is likely to push again the prices of dollar up.
Prices of dollar, and now this will trickle down to
cost
fuel prices as well.
And cost of living, everything.
The cost of living.
Oh, yes, everything.